How's my hair? My hair looking good?
I guess.
Huh? Caralho, good looking motherfucker. Hey, I don't know if I ever told you, but my mother, when I was born, she said that I was so ugly that she wanna return me. She goes, "This is not my son." I told her, I'm the ugly duckling. Look at now I'm a swan. Like one time I was sitting Pride on the bench with all the fighters. They were having they were gonna introduce all the fighters before the event. And we're sitting there, I'm relaxing, and then suddenly all of them, one of them goes, you have to understand, these are guys 230, 235, in extremely top shape, the best strikers in the world. They go, "Oh man, I wish I was home playing video game." The moment that guy said that, the other ones right away say, "Yeah, I wish I was home eating. I was home with my wife." And then they all look at me. They expect me to say the same. I look at them and say, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys? There's no other place on earth that I would rather be than here." Porra. I don't know if you noticed, but we're getting cut on and off a little bit. Have you noticed that?
For me, it's all good. Over here, it's all good.
It's all good. For me, it's fair. I think you got to stop buying your equipment at Chinatown.
Enzo and
judo guy, huh?
yeah, what's his name?
Striker.
Something
from Holland.
Yeah.
Spikers.
Ben Spikers. Yeah, the judo guy. And apparently that guy was fucking with Henzo. Kept calling his room.
I love Henzo.
Calling his hotel room all night. So Henzo was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
And did you see when he stepped on his face at the end?
Stepped on his face after he smashed him.
Yeah.
Here he is. Here's Henzo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this is actually okay.
Look at that cage.
Yeah.
Just duct tape around it.
So he gets his back.
Nice.
He flattens him out, and then here it comes. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Judo, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that is the way to open up that choke, man. You can't defend once someone starts raining those elbows down. And you can cover that shit up all you want. Now he's tapping.
Now watch this. When he goes away, what he's going to do?
He gets
him
gets
once.
up and then steps on his head.
That's right. Yeah.
That's my Henzo. Enzo.
Henzo's awesome.
World Combat Championship.
master.
That was, I think, the same. Look at it. He helps him up. Hey, roll over,
After he
buddy.
stepped on his head.
We're pals
Oh,
now.
that's Cecil Peoples. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
He beat the fuck out of that dude.
That was a good one.
When you actually fighting a long fight like that, 50 minutes, 1 hour, I fought 1 hour before, every single cell in your blood tells you to give up and leave. But that's when a strong heart and a strong mind keeps you there, keeps you strong. Like I remember every time I thought about leaving that fight, I made fun of myself and then I pushed my body again. I start imposing the fight against my opponent because the body needs to know that every time he wants to leave, he's gonna have to work harder. So you better shut the fuck up. The funniest one ever was I refused to have Easy Pass. I had to go and speak to the person who worked there. I said, I can't believe someone works there and I'm gonna pass my whole life just passing right through. So I refused to get Easy Pass for the first 7-8 years that I was here in America. Yeah. So I would drive waiting line there. Then when I get there, one day I knew almost everybody. Then one day I get there, there's a black woman. I said to her, "How you doing, my princess? Good morning." And she goes, and keeps. I was pissed because she completely ignored me and So I said, "You want to know something?" I was passing there every day on that time and I knew her boat. So every day I say, if I get pissed at her, I will I'll have lost to her.
Yeah.
So I gotta change her. Otherwise she changed me. So every day I drove there for the next year and a half. And I would speak to her every day. After 1 year and a half, she looked at me and she goes, "When are you going to give up?" I said, "When I got a smile from you, I will give up." And then she started smiling. She became one of the best friends, and I couldn't get an Easy Pass because of her. I passed by and bring coconut water when there was no coconut water in the market. I'll get coconut water, I'll bring to her, and she became a great friend of mine. And I remember when she retired, when she was done with her job, her last day, she goes, "I just came here today to say bye to you." Gotta look strong now. Now is the time for the medium shirt. To be tight. Yeah. I was caught in an arm lock, and I remember I had plenty of time to tap, and I was just laughing. I said, "That won't ever happen here." And I had my arm broke. My arm actually came out of the socket, and it was an ugly scene to see, and he broke the head of the bone. And as the referee stopped the fight, and everybody's in shock because it looks very ugly, like your elbow is actually out of place. It's like, and I left, I get my arm, I put it back and went back out again by itself. I put it back again. And then I stood up and I shake my opponent's hand and I congratulated him for his victory. And for the whole time I was smiling and laughing and making jokes. I remember people, like, by seeing me, they were like, oh, this, what happened? It's not hurting? And they believe by being so bad, the fracture, the way that it looks, the pain was gone. There was no pain at all. Let me tell you one thing. I never felt so much pain in my life. But the victory belonged to my opponent that day. But I would never give him the pleasure to see my face in pain. You know, so I paid them with a smile and I just walk out of the ring. Ryan, a malnourished American guy, raised and fed on American pure milk. Look at this. Goddamn. 300 pounds. We have to convince him to drop a little weight to go from 300 to 265. You know what he did? He took a dump. BJ is good because he was one of us. He should be part of our family, and he decided to go in a different way.
He's gonna end up trying to pull to the ground, and then I'm just gonna be relentless.
I still have the invincible feeling, and BJ is gonna taste a little bit of
I'm gonna be relentless, and after the fight, he's gonna be traumatized.
I was doing this when BJ was on his father's nutsack. That was a very funny situation. I was in my gym, back then it was Gold's Gym, and as I'm walking in, and there's a 2 doors to get in for the winter. So as I'm coming in, there's a guy coming behind me. So I open the door, I say, after you, champ. And he just goes and passes right by. And I was pissed. This in Brazil, It's a reason for a fight. Sure. You know, like you hold the door, the guy doesn't thank you or he just ignores you. And he did more than that. He was like, and passed right by. So I walk in the gym, I work out for an hour and a half, I run half an hour, I work out, I did everything. I didn't see the guy in there. It's a huge gym, I didn't see him in there at all. So that's, I believe, at the same time, in fate and karma. As I'm leaving the gym, an hour and a half later, who's right behind me when I was holding the door? And you have to understand, the first thing I thought, I
remember this.
Yeah, and I say like this, no man, right away, there's a fight in me. So right away, I was like, no, I cannot be rude. I'm gonna hold the door again. I was thinking about passing by and locking the door behind me, which in Brazil, if you do that, is a reason for a fight too. It's an insult. I went in and I said, no, I can't let him change me, you know. So I open the door. I say, once again, champ, after you, please. He goes, let's cut the homo shit. My dear friend, I grab him by the neck and I bitch slap him at least 10 times.
You're obviously very media friendly. Everyone loves talking to you, but it seems like last couple months leading up to this fight, you sort of went off the grid. You didn't do as much. You were quiet. Was that a calculated move on your part?
I got a call from Renzo Gracie. And when you get a call from a Gracie, it's kind of like getting a call from Randy Couture. It's you don't share your opinion. You listen, you say okay, and you hang up. And that's it.
What do you say?
He wasn't overly happy with me, but let's leave it at that.
Renzo's awesome. I mean, he just makes you feel good about yourself. Not only that, but good about the art. You know, because we all do martial arts to feel a part of something. My students want to feel a part of Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu. I want to feel part of something. And for me, I don't really have an instructor. And so like on Twitter, I always reach out to Renzo, and he always gives me a hand. You know, he even though Half was my instructor, but Renzo's like, if you ever need something, I'm always here. That's the feeling I get from him. So one of these days I want to make it to New York and just give him a hug and thank him for everything. He's a genuinely good guy. He makes you feel good about the art and yourself. He makes you feel like you're a part of something great. He's, to me, the leader of all of us. We have different academies, and at times you need to put all that aside because sometimes it's just, they're not real boundaries because he kind of unites us all.
Have my father in the highest place a man can have another in, and I would die before I could disappoint a belief that he had. So he made me strong, and he made me believe that what you believe is more important than anything else, you know? It's more important than actually your life or everything that you have. To me, it's my religion. it changed my way of seeing. I can't see things the same way as everybody does because I see through jiu-jitsu eyes. You know, I see ways to achieve, I see ways to make possible. It's like people think we sell jiu-jitsu, we sell a martial arts to our students and to the people around us. We don't. In reality, we're selling we sell self-confidence. We're selling a positive lifestyle. We sell, jiu-jitsu is not just a martial art, it's a lifestyle. If you take jiu-jitsu out of me, you're gonna have an empty shell. It's like everything that I am and everything that I think is guided by jiu-jitsu, you know, and I can thank my grandfather enough for bringing our family into this, you know. It's like it was the chance to see people that before they're empty and they were like weak, and I saw them transforming and I helped them, you know, becoming a father and build a family and be running companies that their family had it. And so in reality, we are selling confidence, we're giving them confidence. And this was the biggest gift I ever received in my life, was to learn jiu-jitsu so I could pass forward. Get it. Take a look at this face. If I end up my career without a face like this, I wouldn't be considered a fighter. This is the picture that I'm gonna take and now inside in the locker room and show to my grandkids in the future. You see, when I bite, my teeth don't match. This is an unbelievable feeling. Look, I'm gonna say it again, it's better than sex. Yeah. Everything that I am, like Johnny Cash used to say out of Folsom Prison, I owe to my father, because he was the motherfucker who gave me the gravel in my guts and the spit in my eye, because he was the one who gave me the Gracie name. Thank you, Dad. Love you.